So we're going to try to do what we can against the demi-lich. With the current spell selection, I'm guessing that's going to be very little. But still, we need to kill 2 liches. The temple lich is probably fairly simple. Where's the other one? I think it's in the bridge district. I'm inclined to start with this because it's gonna be the tougher one. So we might as well see if we can crack that particular nut. If we can't, there's no point trying to go with the second one. And if we can crack this one, the other one should be free. Right. They should both be trapped. One leads to the hidden room. One leads to the lich. I'm not quite sure which one leads to where. I think this is to the lich. Right, the big problem here is there's nothing really to kill the lich. I'm gonna try to open that up and fight the lich now anyway. I mainly want to just scout out what are the spells he starts out with. What is he trying to cast? He's going to summon anything. It's like that. Elemental Lich. I think that's Lich that's immune to fire damage. Usually undead are very vulnerable to fire damage. So what are we looking at? Illusions dispelled. Protection from fire. Protection from fire shield. Globe of invulnerability. Protected from fire. Shielded. Nothing too impressive so far. Coming time start. So he's just gonna wait it out, is he? Not expect that. Interior Swarm, protected from evil. So he's probably going to summon some kind of a defense point. Right. Classic gating maneuver. And between the sticks. What is he trying? Find some kind of melee pretty badly. Breach won't work on a lich. Yeah, spell ineffective. Too low level of a spell. So what do we have at level 6 or above? Buffs. Nothing. And stun. Really isn't anything we can do unless we just directly kill the guy. But his spell selection was surprisingly unimpressive. Gonna mace my ass. Yeah, I'm dead. No, it's gonna be bouncing to him. Mace does not kill anyone. Just plays it out of the fight for a moment. Right, so and the question becomes, how exactly can we lure anyone in there? That's the big question. It can be just any hostile, doesn't matter. I need to see, is there even a remote possibility that something could be lured there? A cleric could be nice. No, it has to be someone who follows me. And because I'm invisible, can't cast anything on me. Any other takers? There are no others. He's gonna kill himself with this. Literally killed himself. Almost, what, 100 points of damage. Jesus fucking Christ, people. Do I need to protect you from fire first or something? Right, this is a little bit embarrassing now, isn't it? Is there a way I could, Ooh, there's a way. I can use a simulacrum to do it. Wasted his spell, which is more or less what I wanted. Need to reveal myself somehow. Lower saving throws. Sort of want to haste his ass. So when he comes after me, we'll get the business done much quicker. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever done. Who the hell cares? If it works, it works. Created a mirror image of ourselves, more or less, in an effort to get the retard to attack it. And there's a huge, strong chance that this is all a waste of time anyway. The lich followed us. They didn't expect it to go this way. Okay. Well, shit. Kill it. Kill it. He mazed himself again. No, he mazed the mirror image. Protection from undead. I have a way to dispel that. No. No. I might be able to use a lure to have him reveal himself, though. Summon a monster or something like that. It's absolutely worthless. It literally cannot do anything against the goddamn lich, but it would be able to lure it out. We have other options though. Rather use them now. I can use myself as bait, for example.
What do you want, first place?
You will pray for death when I am done with you.
It's definitely coming after us. Ah. My other self is attacking it. This is not what I want. Do not do that, please. Summon a priest. Push the stone. Right. Way for me to protect against myself against those spells. Disintegrate. Yeah, this is bad. That's not gonna work. Fire shield, fire shield, fire shield. Ugh. Slowed. I think he's gonna waste his spells. And they can't follow me here. Uh, Petrie is dead because of the 3D shit.
Vita mortis vidicare. Your power impresses. What do you want amongst the faithful?
Not much you can do.
You will pray for death when I am done with you.
I think we'll have to basically run the 3D somewhere else.
Io vocio te.
Not sure what to do with you. Maybe save his
Bow down
ass.
before the gods and beg for mercy.
Improved mantle, spell turning, mislead,
Resi alia.
and F3D.
Resi alia. Imperial.
Could we take control of it? See why we couldn't.
Virtus.
Domination works both ways, after all. A 3D death, right? He wasn't an idiot, he knew exactly where this was going.
Vulca.
Need to wear him out. Anything else you can throw my way?
Io vocio.
Yeah, a lot of crap, but sort of pointless crap. There's no other way than just tank this. This is bottom of the barrel crap he's throwing my way.
Resi alia.
I hate how the fast movement speed in combination with slow looks. Looks like just someone removed frames from the game. When the fire shield is there, there's no point trying to ask anyone to attack it. They'll just kill themselves. I'm hoping this is the last of it as far as casting is concerned. We've endured multiple amazing attempts, a lot of death spells, petrification, pretty much everything we can throw. That should be enough. In exchange, we're gonna get what? What exactly? Not all that much. Also, I can't really go and rest, otherwise we'll have to start from the beginning, so that's always a good thing. There are guards here, and I do have enchanted weapon, so I'm not worried about killing the lich, even if we lose the control of the cleric. It's more of a tiring the poor bastard out. because I can't use any spell that would remove those. That's the main problem. Okay, now it looks like it could be in a killable state. Need to lose it for a while so I can save. Okay.
The gods are unforgiving. Fool!
Your own ass.
Greetings. Your power impresses. What do you want amongst the faithful?
Blade barrier? That's not the... Blade barrier might actually work on it. Do it.
Bow down before the gods and beg for mercy.
You will pray for death when I am done with you.
The gods are unforgiving. Fool!
That civilian is gonna die.
Greetings.
He's still attacking. Just not very good at it. He also there's no weapon ineffective, so he probably has stone skin still on. It's a lich, it's not that hard to hit. Anyway, I can make it harder for the lich to hit me. A lich stone skin can last for a long time, especially if the attacker isn't good. These buffs are pretty much pointless, but okay, he might have lost his stone skin now. Weapon in effect. Now we get to the correct part. Yeah, he isn't very good. Probably gets at least 2 attacks per round. It's not landing anything. The weapon is at least effective against the lich, I know that. But anything I can do? Buffs? No. No, nothing. Debuffs won't work on the lich. Waste of time. Critical hit. Tree. Didn't do shit. At least it wasn't weapon ineffective, so that's something. I don't get why nothing's happening to the lich. Why no damage is being applied? can see critical misses, critical misses, critical hits, then nothing. The weapon is more than enough powerful to actually hit the lich. And a critical hits always hit, so why isn't there any damage being applied? Another stone skin? Didn't see them being reapplied. Okay, protection from magical weapon. Contingencies. Fuck this. It lasts for 4 rounds though. It's not a long-term spell. I can do the same thing. Good way to measure when it stops working. Right, fights against liches. And it ran out. We're getting results, holy shit. It's coming to an end. It'll probably has contingencies around halfway health points or close to death. But at least we're doing damage. So how long did that take? Quite a bit. And it requires protection from undead scroll, otherwise we can't have an attacker there that can do shit. Well, it's not a mandatory thing, but it guarantees his survival more or less. We could have also weakened the lich to the point that it's worthless before we bring the killer into the equation at all. That is probably the more sensible approach to take. I guess I sort of jumped the gun on when the lich might be vulnerable to physical attacks. Oh my god, he's should be able to damage it, but I don't think he can kill it in the 50 rounds he has time to kill it. Got a few good hits at some point and then it just all went away. He doesn't have shit. So this is the reason why we probably should have saved some of the better killers in this map area. We have them in the sewers behind the temple district. That's the adventuring group. They are proper fighters, proper magical equipment. They can kill a lich if it'll be vulnerable to physical attack. It will go down. Okay, did he have some other defense again? Another stone skin or something? Because contingencies can have a lot of defenses pop up in a short period of time that you don't really notice. The magical weapon could have run out too. Kitri, you suck. You suck balls. I had a greater wolf where he's not gonna be able to kill it. I don't understand why he has such a hard time hitting. He had the weapon, he's had probably an hour in game time to try to do strikes and just nothing is happening. At the same time, I don't want to give up at this point, but I think we must, because this isn't going anywhere. Hey, 8 points of crushing damage. Holy shit, you got a hit in. It was a critical hit, that's why it hit. 8 points, not critical hit. Retreat. You are terrible. God awful terrible. I think I'm failing on this. I'll try something else. Ah, there's still a SARS in here, right? They're the two guards. At least they're fighters, so I have a little bit of a better hope for them. There's a huge difference between attack rolls made by fighters and clerics. Yeah, local lich. Just need to pick the guy who the lich is ignoring. Can I haste you a little bit too? Yeah, this is a stop. Mistake was Petrie, not the tactic itself. There we go. Hit, 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 hit. This is what it should have been. Also, protection from undead is not necessary if we wait until the lich has basically ran dry of spells. Okay, lessons learned. Never use a cleric to do a warrior's job. Have a torso. All this to get a ring that we don't have a particular use for. Okay, what did we have a use for? I'll take another protection from evil. Actually, protection from petrification. It was also used against us. Invisibility isn't that useful, they can just see us anyway. Their images were useful. This was all worthless crap. We should go on the buffing route. Will never work on a lich. We could absorb low-level spells. I don't know if it's worth it. At least it's doable. Holomore, never tried it. Can't work on a lich. I definitely think we need another magical weapon thing. Yeah, even the adventuring group might be able to do it. Yeah, if we're using the adventuring group, there's no need at all. They have natural +1 and 2 weapons. This is all worthless. Worthless against Lich. Spell immunity would be better because we have to tank stuff. Protection from acid would be nice too. Maybe a Nishru type of thing. I'm sure he has death spells, but how many does he have? And the sooner we can drain him, the better. Might have to actually give them the magical weapon now that I think about it. Otherwise, if they usually the status effect is tied to the fact that you actually can technically hit it. But if it's immune, you cannot hit it, which means you can't drain the spells either. Domination isn't gonna do much. We need the longer duration thing to work. Like another spell immunity. Power's not gonna do much good. The rest is just fine. Lower level detect illusion or invisibility won't be nice. Yeah, this is more or less crap anyway. It's not sure if it's gonna work on it, but technically it might not have to. It just dispels illusions. It doesn't do anything to the lich itself. Kelvin's warding whip. I don't think this is particularly useful because we're not trying to cast spells through him to affect him in any way. Really, we're trying to just tank whatever he's throwing our way. Another Hakiashar might be good. Spell turning, it won't work against the lich. It would allow us to tank a little bit damage, I guess, or disintegrations or paralyzations, whatever. Disintegration would work on a lich. It's high enough of a level that we would lower. Saving throw reduction won't work. Magic resistance won't work. So that's a long shot. Simulacrum was sort of useful this time. Simple stun would work technically. I'm not sure if it will work. Probably won't. Simulacrum could be used to drain it out of spells. Same with a Hakiashar. Immunity to normal weapons. Right. But we have to keep in mind that when we start the lich training process, we have to see it through. So we need to save the Nymph Cloak charm until it's drained. Otherwise, it becomes an effort on my part to just try to keep the killer alive, and that's a totally unnecessary waste of my spells. Right. There are a lot of we could get yeah, if we could get the guys who can never be used against each other to fight each other, everything would be fine. But since that can't happen, I'm not sure why I'm even bothering to talk about it. How about an undead creature? We can't control undead, so that's really irrelevant. Did we lure it out of this section already? What type of a lich is it?
Come to this place.
And time stop. Yep. I wonder if the lich will follow us to the beholder area. The beholders won't actually attack it with their gazes. Still, that's one time stop down. Don't think it's coming after us. Can't save it this time for some reason. Good shot. Nothing I can do about that but just endure it. My biggest problem is there's the maze spell. I don't think it allows for a saving throw. So, and if it succeeds, it's game over for me. I'm not sure why, it makes no sense. I mean, even in the game world, it makes no sense. It's just supposed to buy a little bit of time. It doesn't kill you or take you out of the situation in any way. Shade Lich unsummoned. The one who sees trying to come after us in melee combat, then we can go and try to get Dark Killer. I don't think it particularly matters too much what it is, but it's not in this map section, that's for certain. The hostiles from this map sections have followed us to the sewer section. We know with the Shade Lich will probably do the same. That's no problem. Bigger problem is how are we going to get the Shade Lich actually engage with some kind of a proper killer there. Yeah, that could get complicated. I think we can split the group up, because the one who actually picks a fight with you is at the edge of the adventuring group setup, and it's a fighter type, so he can kill the Lich, no problem. Okay, what is it this time? Something big? This spelled an issue away immediately. Okay, I was expecting that. How many times can you do it? He's trying to maze me, I'm pretty sure. He's coming at close range. And the AI doesn't focus on anything but that. Maybe I can use a dual Hakiashar setup now to trap him. They can't harm it. But what if I ate at least one of them? Yeah, immediately started to do something else. They saw the Hakiashar as a threat now. Amazing doesn't work. And concentrating spells probably. Okay, so this is a good idea. Coming death spell probably. No, this one would be the target. This would be Finger Death. No, I don't think they have more than one death spell for this particular purpose. And now it's been drained of spells. Spell failed. No damage done, but spell failed. Spells losses constantly. Okay, so this was a good idea. Yeah, spell failure, spell failure, spell failure. Domination doesn't work on those. They're very good at hitting too, so the interruption is quite drastic. I don't think the Lich can do all that much. It's already reduced to melee attacks. Yeah, this was probably the best thing I've done so far. Shade Lich can kill it, no problem, but it'll happen at the point where he's worthless anyway. It probably has contingencies left that will trigger, but I'm pretty sure it's out of spells. Other Hakashar will run out too. Doesn't matter. I needed to see it's being unsummoned. I'll say, then I'll lure the Shade Lich somewhere where I can get someone to kill it. There we go. Let's go. Pathetic piece of crap. Not so dangerous now, are you? Boost maybe. We can actually use that. Oh crap, this is no good. I need to escape this. Maybe not the optimal choice, I'll admit, but I need to secure the attention of the Lich. Still had contingencies. Whose method is getting regular hits? It's not great, but it still gets the job done. Hug is protected from magical weapons at the moment, so that's why we're not really getting all that much done against the Lich. Yeah, the damage is pitiful, but the damage is fairly regular, so it's not like we have the cleric situation. It's just 2 to 3 points of damage per strike, a couple of times that round. Steady progress, regular progress. I don't want to make myself immune to the liches attack. There's at least a worry that it might attack the ooze method. You can kill it very easily. How shitty was the cleric? Because it just didn't hit the lich at all. I do know there's a massive difference between the chances of hitting with certain type of character classes. Fighters are the gold standard naturally. I think cleric is the second best, but even that is pretty much terrible compared to a fighter. The simulacrum should be able to... Does it have the same spells I have now, or the same spell I had when I had all the spells? Because it can at least cast the enchant weapon. But I've used up mine. So it might be worthwhile to first always use the simulacrum version. Terrible luck on the damage rolls. You actually can increase the target strength. Just haven't taken the spell. Yeah, strength. Application of this spell sets the strength of the character to 18 and then adds plus 50% bonus on top of this. Against these type of creatures, probably a massive strength boost. Just didn't have it. We have it as a scroll. Haven't really paid attention to what I have and don't have as scrolls. Seems like it's a common enough spell, so it's at least potential. No. Yep. I mean, the ooze method at least hits reasonably well. It just doesn't do damage. That spell would fix the physical strength lacking. It'll aid in the hitting part too. Still, it's not exactly amazing. Compared to the soldier, for example, it's pathetic. Too badly injured. Come on, you can do it. You can do it, Mr. Imp. Three points. One point. The ooze method has reduced him to the current health, so I'm sort of inclined to give the ooze method a chance to finish this. It still seems to at least have 2 attacks per round. I'm sort of not in any danger. Still, it's not a great choice for a player. In this area, I don't think we can really hope for a better one though. So it's going to follow us. I don't think the ooze method was a good idea. Too time consuming. Even if it has any chance of success, I'm not sure I'm not sure that time is sufficient to actually wrap things up. Yeah, carve it out. Okay, the lich will detect us, so it'll also follow us. It means I don't have to deal with the shadow things here. Right, what we're looking for is more or less just any kind of a creature with acceptable melee strength. It could be just a random sewer monster, matter. We could favor it simply because it's actually easier to manage than the entire group of adventurers. Trying to just see if something pops up. No. We'll have to take the fighter here. How do you disable this?
I need a swig of some strong dwarven ale.
One of you to follow. Particularly care which one. Okay, where the hell are they? And suddenly there's a green slime here, when there was none before. Okay, which ones are still following me? I need you. This has to work. Ah shit, I don't think it can. Draugfea will not be vulnerable to this sort of crap. I don't think Howl Shop Hair is vulnerable to it either. Okay, I'm okay with this, but I need someone to see me. Arnold the Hatchet Man is probably the best option for that. So this is good for us. This needs to work, doesn't it? Where's the Lich now? Save it. Okay. We really just basically have to hope for the best with this. And that's the only thing we can do. Come on. Because every goddamn attempt has to be a struggle. At least this one I know we can succeed in. The first ones that followed us, I think, are immune. The one was in ill, so it's hard to get anyway, but the other one I think is just literally immune. Oh shit. Come on, come on, come on. Why? Single failed saving throw, that's all I'm really asking. And these aren't exactly like super bosses, so that's not too much to ask in my opinion. Probably easier to get than the Greater Wolf there. He's just succeeded in every saving throw. There we go. Now kill the Lich. I'll act as a decoy. Last contingencies into play. Has immunity to magical weapons, that's why we're not doing anything. Doesn't matter. The last thing he can throw our way. No, that's the last thing. Still, this is the second Lich. And we got the long duration charm on him, so we can basically use him to clean up this place. Actually, I'm not sure I want to. There's another thing we might have to do. There's the other opening in the sewer on the other side. That's Mind Flayer territory. $22,000. Well, that's fine. We can still use him to do other things here. Mainly kill this bastard who's been annoying me. And kill the Rakshasa. We can leave the adventuring group alone for now. Seriously? You're going to try to kill the dwarf with goblins. The murderous dwarf. The one that can just one-shot you away. Yeah, well, good luck with that, I guess. Okay, you stay here. I'll lure in the Rakshasa. Exactly can the Rakshasa throw our way? It's gonna even cast something? No. Okay, so we'll do it this way. Rakshasa has decent armor class, but that's the only thing he has. And that's because of the magical cloak, which we could sort of store. The plus one extra Armor class is nice. Not great. The polymorph uh, could polymorph into a troll, a rat, or a mustard jelly. Mustard jelly is probably immune to a lot of normal attacks, for example. So it would be a permanent ability to tank non-magical attacks. Uh, it's something that I can't do through other means, at least not this conveniently. So I'd like to hold on to it, but I'm not sure if I have the luxury to do it. Yep, and that's pretty much a wrap. The kobold wants to follow us. Good luck with that. Yeah, and I'll leave you here. You are a great help to me. Too good of a tool to just throw away. And we can activate the demi-lich now. That's the biggest problem though. These were doable because we could get other people to take part in the fighting. It's not something we can do with the demi-lich. I suppose we can just throw the party parts somewhere in storage. We don't have to kill the demi-lich. Holy crap. Conjurer Elemental. I'm expecting something so useful here.
Ah, I know a discerning eye when I see one.
Well, there's nothing really we can sell. What about buy from? Fire resistance is always nice, but is that about it? Vulnerability? Oh no, strange murky potion. No. Plus we're more or less fine. Right. So we do need to rest no matter what we do. Probably reselect some
I
spells
welcome
again.
you with outstretched hand.
The bigger question is, are we truly incapable of getting someone into that fighting situation or not? The demi-lich is not going to move away from there. I don't think the lich is either. But sometimes these things only work one way in that fashion. Yeah, they have minotaurs here, so that's something. But this is the big question. Is anyone going to come in here? Anyone going to come out? Well, we can test the first part. I sort of doubt the answer is quite this simple. Yeah, it's a reason they've isolated this map, so you have no one can get in, no one can get out. Again, it's hard to say it doesn't work both ways. I think there has to be a easier way to test this. This is not a good way to do it. I was thinking of turning it into a hostile against us. I don't think it will. Well, we could just restore the lich, I suppose. It'll take a long time before it will do anything. It's not gonna turn hostile towards the summoner, is it? Yeah, I think they're just isolated by some kind of a vast chasm of dimensional void that doesn't allow you to move between. So, it's positioned a little bit differently. There's no escape from his reach. He sees us constantly. Fire protection is probably a better choice here.
This place will be your tomb.
Yeah. That's the first time stop. Make it a little bit further away. Dead spell, remove magic, true sight. Symbol stun. Your standard fair crap. Symbol fear. Symbol death. Sunfire. Is it maze? Probably a maze. Well, Banshee. It's important information to see what spells it's gonna cast. In what order. That's pretty much guaranteed death for me. And Afridi. Afridi is something we can take control of. But I can't. It won't last long enough to do what we need it to do. I can't make the lich vulnerable to it either. I don't think we can do it. Might be able to hide a single character.
This place will be your tomb.
Right. Well, I need to get rid of the items anyway. How long does an F3D last? I think I have it. Watch it. I think the F3D got killed. If I take control of it, the Lich will basically death spell it immediately. How long does it last? 8 rounds plus 1 run per level, so it's probably lasts at least 3 turns. The Lich is very likely around level 20 caster. It has to be, it has multiple 9th level spells. So 18 allows you to get first 9th level spell, so it's at least 19. But F3D could be our way around things. But we would have to neuter him pretty thoroughly before something like that can happen. Basically, the summon Hakehashar and Nishru would have to work. So we should be able to drain him out of his spells quickly while still maintaining the F3D there, so we can take it over and use it to kill it. That would put us in the Demi-Lich phase. Demi-Lich phase is basically Wails of the Banshee and imprisonment spells continually thrown your way. That's pretty much it. But we want to get into that phase. It doesn't really matter how we get to that. That's the tough part. And we can see, do we have any chance of actually getting something done. It cast F3D already. No, death spells, blah 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 blah. It's another death spell pretty much, I'm sure of it. I need to take the death spell. Right. It has to take down the Nishu, there's no other choice. Question is what it'll do. We also need the F3D before we start the Hakehashars. Symbol Fear, Magic Resistance. Didn't try a death spell on the Nishu, I'm actually a little bit shocked about that. Symbol Death, doesn't matter. Sunfire, doesn't matter. Okay, I need to do an actual backup save now because I'm going to use a huge amount of quick saves. So I need a place where I can restore to where things are still going fairly well for us. Yeah, that doesn't do anything for the niche. Illusions dispelled. Horrid Wilting doesn't do anything to an issue. I still need the F3D cast. Unless that happens, nothing has been achieved. It's the key component in this. There it is. Right. We need you to be able to drain faster out of spells. Fleshy stone doesn't work. So far so good. Can't dominate those. We need to reduce the liches capabilities quite drastically still. It's taking hits. That's the very important part. It's losing. The FRD initial will run out soon, but that's not important. I think I need to start trying to take control over the 3D. This has to work. Saver's breath weapon. Did I already cast low resistance? We have a very limited time frame here. So everything has to go pretty much perfectly. If it doesn't, we might as well load. I don't know how much time we have, so yeah. Charge. Attack the lich. I'm sure I can counter that. Still has spells left. Okay, how the hell does this even work? I just took it. 20-foot radius. For fuck's sakes, I can't detect it. And it's using spells constantly now. Yeah, this is a waste of time. It's annoying that I can't do anything, but with the Akehashar, it's trying to go in the wrong place constantly. Do I have true sight? Uh, Oracle might actually work too. It is very good. Ooh, let's not do it that way. Uh, he's going to kill it. Unless I make him invisible to him. Just a matter of time what ability he uses to do it. Yeah, he's taking this amount of damage now. I'm going to try to heal the Brady a little bit. Oh crap, I'm taking quite a bit of damage. Spell protection has failed. I'm trying to see if I can save here. It's not much I can do. I'm going to try to haste F3D's ass. Near there. Shit. Shit, shit, shit. Takes more acid damage. The acid thing basically fucked us over here. Too much damage to F3D. If he turns into gaseous mode, I'll lose control of him. Pretty sure about that. Okay, at least I got him back to two points. Situation isn't great, but it's better than the initial one. Kangas is getting his ass kicked. He might have contingencies left. The F3D might leave at any point, so it isn't exactly necessarily perfect by any means, but there's the but. It's more or less producing results. Give me a simulacrum. What options do we have? Not many. Oh. Okay. Where's our guy? I want to protect our guy from further troubles. What to do with you? It's still there. I need to give it an additional haste. Not sure if I can target it anymore though. They're pretty unsummoned, though it's not gonna work anyway. Injured. That was the extent of it. Spell in effect. We could use the simulacrum for a second nymph cloak. That's what it's for. Right. Could we get something done here? So neutering it wasn't that troublesome. But that was never really the point of this. Final test and we lured out. We would basically have to... what? Get him to die through his own spells. Yeah, remove his spell defenses, that's what we can do. Not the physical ones, and just reflect everything he does to damage us to him. That's something we can also do. Later on, at least. Yep. Okay. If we rest, everything will reset to 0. Do we have an auto save somewhere with an area transition? Yeah. I think I'll return to the backup. It's still very early in the fight. A lot of spells left. Both Hakea shards? Oh shit. Well, doesn't really matter what we do with these now, does it? What are you doing? Right, so we're gonna have to abandon this for now. Only one path we can use, and that's something we can't take at the moment. There's a cloak later in the game that allows you to reflect damage directly to the one who casts it. So we can basically drop his spell defenses again and again and again, he might be able to do enough damage to kill himself. I mean, he's using pretty powerful attack spells. The only reason it didn't work is that we had guys there that were immune to those. Right. I guess we're all holding on to these. Don't have that. We definitely need to change the spell selection. Simulacrum. as much as possible, so we can use them to use the cloak, so we can get 3 guys at our side at maximum at this point. Also, it's a little bit less failure prone. Do it that way. Do we want spell sequencers? I suppose they're nice. Hmm. How word silence is good against clerics? Domination still has its uses. Breach is somewhat useful against certain type of creatures, although whole monster might be better. Ah, crap. Lower resistance has to be very specific. Single one usually isn't enough. I'm okay with that. Except simulacrums can also use the enchant weapon on the target they have just turned to their side. I don't think that's really warranted. Polymorph other, always nice. Nope, nope. That's actually quite... Nah, that was a piece of crap. Oracle was a better one. Do we have a Oracle? Yes. Yes, we do. Definitely need a... Well, the spell sequencer will be... No. I think we should take the Oracle. There aren't that many great spells here. Yeah, it's a backup reveal, immunity reveal or invisibility revealing effect, and it attacks all the good ones that the higher level mages use. Well, what do we mostly face? Old person. That's there really isn't all that much interesting here. Fine, fine. Everything's fine.
I got some cheap beer for you.
Cactus, polecat.
Greater Malice. Maybe polymorph other. Considering where we're going, that might not be a bad idea. Because no matter where we're going, trolls are a thing. So it might be a good way to take out a troll in a desperate situation. I wonder if sequencers are replicated to simulacrum. Because that would be a good way to take down multiple trolls in a quick span of time. Only a single polymorph other though. Yeah, we could have learned more, naturally. If that doesn't strike them, what else? Slow? Slow is quite reliable. Blind? Let's place them out of the fight in another way. I think I'm sort of... I like the idea of casting a blind on them more. Although... No, I want the double polymorph.
I gotta stop dipping into me own ale.
Cactus, polecat.
What to take? Hellbent's Warding Whip isn't really that useful. I think a Hakeashar is more useful for our purposes. Still. No, we don't need that many polymorph others.
I got me some nice looking waitresses, don't I?
Yeah, very nice looking. I'm going to go the planar sphere once more, end things there. We have to start something bigger. Which basically translates to the Arnie's Hold, Wind Spear Hills, or Umar Hills. I'm inclined to go with the Arnie's Hold. It's another one where I'm not sure if we can finish it. But I have a fairly good idea how we potentially could finish it. The key, as far as I can see, is when do you raise the drawbridge? Because when you raise the drawbridge, this comes a very limited amount of or number of flaming weapon using either fire arrows or cast flame weapon. Those kind of fighters come inside and they try to kill a few trolls. They don't come deep inside and don't stay long, but they're there for a while. So if we can use that window of opportunity to lure the main bad guy there, polymorph his ass or something to make him a worthless target, paralyze his ass there, I think we got him. But there's quite a few ifs in there. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything happening here. Okay, the Arnie's Keep it is. Umar Hill is the last thing I'll do, unless I get control on Dave.
You have been waiting.
Waste my time. Might as well test one last thing before I end things. What exactly do we get through Simulacrum? We get the sequencer. We get the item usage. Get a decent amount, number of spells too. All the vital ones. So basically, we should always use the simulacrum first, because when we start to cast spells, the simulacrums also have fewer options. How long do they last? One round per level, so a couple of turns at this point. Okay, fair enough. We're definitely going to get a level up out of this no matter what we do.